Welcome back to another video. So today we're off exploring the Cairngorm National Park. We stayed here last night and we're up and ready to hit the day. Now we found this spot on Park for Night. Park for Night we're finding is getting a little bit not so good. Now you probably can't tell on the video, but this site and this park up is extremely unlevel. So in order to get some sort of level, which we are not, I have reversed the Land Rover into the riverbed. And it has got us more or less level for the evening, but you would struggle here in a van. But I bet it looks flat as anything on video. So, over to Chloe to tell us what we're going to do today.
You will see that the weather is not really on our side today, but we don't mind. It's like that traditional Scottish weather, and we've not really had this yet. We've had the sun, we've had the snow, we've had the frost, and now we've got this traditional moody weather.
Relentless rain.
Relentless rain. And the cloud, you won't be able to probably see on the video, but the cloud over the mountains, the mist is kind of beautiful. So today we are going to be driving over to the Balmoral estate, which is, I believe, the royal estate in Scotland. It's got a fancy castle, there's a cafe on the grounds, there's a big park, you can kind of walk around, you can pay to go in the castle and all that sort of stuff. But we are going to be taking you to a little hidden gem in the Balmoral estate. Now we have visited before, but we thought it's kind of a really cool thing and we're going to go take you. So let's go! Ah, dry.
That's better.
Okay, so we've just parked up, we've pulled over and thought we'd cook a bit of breakfast. Now I've come to do some cooking, got the Ooni out because it is slashing it down. And our Coleman petrol, well, dual burner stoves are both empty, despite trying to light them. So I thought I'd show you kind of the process of filling them up. So I'm going to fill them both up. We've got this little jerry can on the side of the truck here. Now this little one is what, 5 litre?
3 litre.
3 litre. So this is a little 3 litre, just with petrol on for our stoves. So I'll show you kind of, I thought I'd show you how it works. I'm just going to unlock it. And then just unturn this. This is normally a one-person job, but I'm just doing it one-handed. Got it. And then that can lifts off the little mount here. Right back. And then we need the little like filter filler, which we keep in the cupboard where the stoves go on this little hook here, in this little waterproof, well, water resistant bag brand made. So in here we keep the filter, which is there, and spare pump as well. So you just pop that in there.
It did come with a yeah, like that, yeah, and then there's a filler neck, so that, but it has completely perished now. Probably wouldn't hurt to buy a new one of these. God. That's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll cut that off and get rid of it. There you go. That was a bit better.
Where is a bit better now? It's got fuel in it. Okay, so we have arrived at the Balmoral car park. So we are going to go and head up and see if we can find Prince Albert's pyramid, because there's not just pyramids in Egypt. So you can't see, but all the way, if you follow me around, up here in kind of the mountains, there's a pyramid. So we're going to go find it. Let's go. But before that, we have something really exciting to share. Ooni almost never gives out discount codes, but they have given us, on a very rare occasion, one to share with you this Christmas. It's a way to give back to you, and it's only valid until the 16th of December, so you definitely don't want to miss it. We've taken our Ooni on so many adventures over the years, from camper nights to lakeside cookouts, cooking everything from pizzas to steaks. It's honestly been part of so many of our favourite memories. If you've been thinking about getting an Ooni pizza oven or looking for the perfect Christmas gift, now is the time. You can also use the discount code on accessories on the Ooni website too. We'll link the code in the description below so you can easily go and get it. And don't wait, this is a very rare chance and it won't last long. Yeah. So we have made it to the top of Prince Albert's Cairn, well, the mountains where Prince Albert's Cairn is, and it's so peaceful up here. It's definitely one to come and see if you haven't. Now, it is really peaceful. There's nobody up here. We've come up kind of dusk time a little bit later on in the day, so everybody's kind of been up and back down, and we've been quite lucky because the weather's actually fined up for us a little bit and the sun did pop out. However, they are doing a little bit of maintenance and works up here. I mean, it does ruin the aesthetic. There's some gorgeous views up here, but it's good that they've not just shut it down and they are kind of rebuilding the infrastructure back a little bit. I mean, it looks exactly the same as when we've come years ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so let's go a little wander around and then we can head back down. It's a bit of a circular route you can do. Hi!
So, if you come in closer, we have what has evolved to quite a substantial leak on, I think it's cylinder 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think they counted that way. So when it's running, it is chucking diesel everywhere. It was only a light leak and I tightened this up to kind of get it through and it kind of worked, but since the mechanics took it apart, I don't know whether he's got it back with the wrong parts or tried to use a generic kind of copper washer. I don't know, because it's basically just too bad now to ignore. So I've bought the parts. They've been sat in the spares bin for a while, and I think what we're going to do is, I don't know where it's leaking, so we're just going to take the whole thing out and replace the lot. Slightly nerve-wracking because again, this is not something I've done before. It's a lot easier when you know what size everything is. That's like a 17. Oh, ooh. I mean, that all looks fine. We'll clean it all up before we put it back together. Try and keep it clean as we go as well. That's a smaller one. It's not a freaking 10, is it? Tell you what, one thing, we're working on a Land Rover versus like the Volkswagen. They're a pain in the arse. On a Volkswagen, everything was the same size. Like, it was either a 10 or a 13, maybe a 17. But on this, they're all over the place. There we go. So I've got new washers for that. So I'm just going to take them off because I don't need them on there. Like I said, just going to replace the lot. If I can get it off. Nope. They are bloody tight. Yeah, see, I don't know what the mechanic replaced, because these copper washers are supposed to be a single-use item. So if you take them off and he's not replaced it, it's highly likely that that's why it's leaking. There we go. Just going to try and keep things clean as we go. Right, just tuck that over there. There we go. So this is just for the clamp that holds the injector in. That's not supposed to come out there, but I did see on a video he said not to worry if it did. So that nut's not coming loose, it's the stud that's coming out, which I don't think is ideal, but yeah, the video I watched did say not to worry about it. There you go. Yes, that's all in the right way. I was hoping to see something like he's put it in the wrong way or something. So why? That stud was very loose. So I'm just cleaning that up, and I've just managed to loosen that bolt off completely, so that stud should never have come out. Obviously it wasn't in tight enough. So maybe we could put that stud back in. I think the engine was painted when it was rebuilt, because it's all flaking off, and cautious of getting any of these flakes in the engine, because I don't think that would do it very well. So these injectors are supposed to be really hard to get out, and I've just managed to lift it out with my hands. So I'm just going to put that stud back in. Because yeah, they're not supposed to come out that easily. Right, that'll do. So, and then the injector, these are supposed to be really hard to pull, but I've just given it a wobble. Just going to try and clear all that up just so nothing drops in. Now, whether it's because the mechanic had it out, but I've just managed to pull that out with my hands, and that is very diesely. Yeah, so that to me. So, if you've never seen an injector before, that is what an injector looks like. Just give it we'll give it all a clean, but that looks like a generic washer, which will be why it's been leaking so badly. Still can't believe how much I use this. Yeah, that's a generic washer. I think I'll just clean it up. It's just covered in carbon. It is, isn't it? It's flat. So if I just clean that up, see, it's just flat and smooth. Now if I just open the packet off the new one, So here we are, we've got the packet of the new one. I'll just grab it out. I've not destroyed the packet because there's another 4 I think in there, or 8. You can see it's just a completely different, it's textured. Now I've just got to check on the internet which way around that goes. But yeah, that was not the right washer that was in there. So fingers crossed that should be issue resolved. Right, so I'm just scraping off kind of the excess carbon and just to try and help it maximum chance of seating properly. I think that'll do. There we go. So that's like quite clean on there. Is it good enough? You'll find out when it don't seal. Am I happy with it? I feel like I could do it better. So I'm just going to take a look down the bore with a torch just to check that there's like nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. No, there's a little bit of carbon build-up, but basically I was just checking to see that there wasn't like something silly like an extra washer, because you can't double these up. So now the next challenge is I need to get the washer into the bottom the right way around without it flipping upside down. Video I watched, he used a skewer. Maybe a piece of cable. So I think we've mentioned this, but we've purchased a load of spare parts and they're just living under our driver's seat. So under here we've got the water tank, the subwoofer, but then it's just packed around with like extra bits and bobs, and then these are all like the loose little bits. And yeah, bit chaotic, but so I'm going to try a piece of cable. What I'm going to do is just cut a bit off. So I've just got a piece of cable. So the way around this goes is it's sided, so it's got like a ridge, and it goes so that the kind of the higher bit goes onto the injector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this piece of cable in. There we go, so that's in, and that's sat on top of the piston. So now I can grab my washer, put it in the right way up so that lip is on there, and then just drop that over there. There we go. You won't be able to see that, but that's now dropped onto where it should be sat. So now I can just remove that piece of cable. Yeah. Then put it all back together in reverse. Oh, I get to use a new tool. I'll go grab it. So now all that's left to do is to torque this up to spec, and for that we have a torque wrench and it's set to 25 Newton meters. What size bolt was that? It was a 13, wasn't it? Yeah. So I've not actually used one of these before, but I believe we'll just put that on there, then tighten it up. Do it for there you go. I don't know if you heard that. So basically I've set it to 25 Newton meters and it just clicks when you're up to torque, so that's there. So that means it's up tight. That wasn't as tight as I thought it was going to have to be. I'm just going to check I'm happy with that. Is it? I mean, it's tight. Yeah, it's tighter than it was. So next, just while we're replacing kind of everything, I've got new, these are called banjo bolts. Now, I'm pretty sure all a banjo bolt is let me just open it and then I'll show you. So we're just going to replace the banjo bolt that was on the spill rail. Now, a banjo bolt, I believe, is basically a bolt with a hole in it, and then that goes over, so the hole will sit kind of on the, I don't know what these are called, but these that have got holes in it as well, so basically fuel will come out of there into there, and then it can get into these lines and back to the pump. I do believe these are all low pressure, so it's not overly important, but yeah, so basically while it's all apart, we're just going to refresh it all with new and just give us maximum chance that it won't leak. And that just screws onto the injector. So I've just gone to fit the new banjo bolt, and for whatever reason it doesn't want to screw in. The old one will screw in fine. So what I'm going to do is just take the washers off that and put the old one back in. A little bit annoying. It looks like the I don't know what you call it, the pitch. I'll call it the pitch. On the thread is slightly different, so that might be why. But we'll put brand new washers on these, and then we should all be good. It shouldn't really make a difference. Just slip the hose back on. Now, I bought these little hose clamps because I thought that was where it was leaking. I do think this is a low pressure fuel line, but it's not going to hurt to put these on. It just minimises, it just creates a better seal. I've only put it on these ones though. Probably just take it off. That'll do. And then finally, the fuel line. Let me just wipe that off. Yeah, so all that's left to do now is to attach this fuel line back. There we go. Now, fingers crossed, that is all working, not leaking. Look at those. Fingers crossed that's all working, not leaking, but we won't know until we've driven it because it was only leaking when you were driving it and not idling. So, fingers crossed, we'll check back in later.
We successfully stopped that leaky injector, and just like that, the road was ours for the taking. Thanks so much for joining us in this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, drop us a thumbs up and leave a comment. This is our last weekend in Scotland for a little while as we pack up and head southbound to kick off our winter road trip. Big adventures ahead, and we can't wait to bring you along with us.